Right. So it's been a weird week. One, I realise that as I'm filming this, I still haven't uploaded the last one I did last week of making pizza, which was a long time ago now. But I figure it's important. Well, okay, so I've not made anything since. Okay, what have I made since then? I made another 2 pizzas, but I'd run out of cheese by that point, so they were cheeseless and terrible. And I used up the sausages by making sausage sandwiches, which were also not great. And that's what I've made since then. It's been very lean for food. I've been trying to get what I can where I can, but obviously the whole coronavirus thing is making life trickier for me, because suddenly the cheap food isn't happening. Like the cheap food that I could rely on, lentils, pulses, rice, pasta, things like that, nope. Flour, nope. I mean, even when I got the flour for the last one, it was already a bit touch and go, but now there's bare aisles everywhere. Probably on the screen right now is going to be a picture of the lamb aisle. So, sure, I could get that plate of liver, but there's no onions. You've got to get proper creative with your veg, because all you've got is like okra. And other things which I can never remember the name of. So yeah, it gets tricky. And yeah, all that's left is expensive things, or things. So, and everyone's like, oh, you can just go to your local corner shop. Your local corner shop, they'll have things. Yeah, they won't have them for under £1, because that's what I tried. I tried when I did my cheeseless pizza. I was like, no, I'm gonna pop down to the local corner shop. I'm sure they'll have some cheese. Yes, they will, but it's all blocks for like £3. Can't be having that. And so. And then it's okay, and then there's the other thing. So normally, I get my free cookie at work, because, work. But free cookie is at 3:00. And at work, the catering staff now go home at 2, which is fine and very sensible, but also means the cookies don't go out at 3. So all I get is my handful of Skittles and my hot chocolate, which is a massive shame. But anyway, I'm trying to work out, okay, how do we get around this? Now, one, I work in Canary Wharf, and I'm still happy going in there. I still say that counts as self-isolation, because it's a massive shared workspace type area, and there's literally one other person there when I'm in. So I can easily keep a safe distance. And I'll say the catering staff aren't there. So that's fine, and they keep everything very clean and so on and so forth, if anything. And there is a case to be made for that being better than me being here, because me being here means that I'm around a 71-year-old. And a 71-year-old is a risk. So, yeah, obviously equally, maybe I shouldn't be going out at all, because I might be bringing that back. But honestly, we never make any contact anyway. So even at the best of times. So anyway, that's where we are with that. Not been even. So actually, okay. So I went to the supermarket before going to a thing the other day, and looked around, and I was like, okay, I'll just go in, find anything vaguely sustainable. And there's nothing. I ended up with a bag of muesli, which you might be able to see behind me, I don't know, and a box of mango juice. Now, normally, so normal people would have their muesli with milk. Milk's right out. Definitely not doing that. Because what you really want, if you're saving money, is like an oat milk or a soya milk or something like that. No, definitely not. That stuff keeps, therefore that stuff is off the shelves. That's not happening. But I don't actually have milk with my muesli. I have mango juice. No, I don't. That'd be ridiculous. I have orange juice. Don't know why. That's how my dad taught me to eat muesli, and that's how I've always eaten muesli, and anything else is weird. But they didn't have any orange juice. Obviously, orange juice is the first thing to go, apparently. So mango juice was the only other thing. I mean, they had like tomato juice and like, I think some cranberry juice, something like that. Some weird options. But I was like, no, mango juice is the one that looks like it'll be closest to something that you could put in cereal, maybe. But when I get orange juice, I always cut it. I do half and half with water because, that's powerful stuff is orange juice. I can't be having it on my weak constitution. But I tried that. I tried half mango juice, half water, and God, that was watery. And watery muesli is horrific. Now, I know there's a school of thought that says, oh, cereal's better with water, but the thing about that is it's wrong. Stop being wrong. Anyway, so I had one day, yesterday, well, I suppose by this point, day before yesterday. Anyway, yeah, yesterday, that I had the muesli with the half and half. That was terrible. This morning, I had the muesli with just the mango juice. It wasn't great. It's fine, but it's kind of weak. Mango juice isn't a great juice. Just eat a bloody mango. I mean, most juices, just eat the bloody fruit. If you're going to drink something, drink water. If you're going to eat something, eat some fruit. Speaking of which, okay, so there's another way around this whole there's no groceries situation, potentially. And that is Too Good To Go. Now, I think I mentioned previously, Too Good To Go was out of the question. Too Good To Go is too expensive. It's no good. However, if you hit Too Good To Go right, you can get substantial amounts of things. Normally, the way to do that is to go to a bakery, maybe a sushi place, but really a bakery, and you can get yourself, just scads of stuff. But that's just going to be baked goods. So it's not great if you want to live off it. It's very useful for padding out. If you've got a family and you want to just get yourself loads of bread and get them, treats for a few days, absolutely. Find yourself a bakery. Greggs is fantastic for it. If you hit Greggs right, they will give you just like acres of stuff. And they're very detailed about it and everything's great. But, there are some places that do groceries. And your ideal for this is Morrison's. Morrison's are famous. Look up Morrison's Too Good To Go and you'll see the boxes of things that people get. But the thing about Morrison's, what you have to do, you get onto Too Good To Go and you scout out, work out, look around your area, work out which Morrison's work for you, get them into your favourites. And at 6 o'clock on the dot, you need to be on top of that favourites list, refresh. And if you see one come on, boom, get on it. It is harder than today rush tickets. It's, you're not going to get it, but that's how you would get it. 6:15. I mean, if you can manage to just spend that entire half hour refreshing that page, maybe you'll get something. Obviously, if you can actually afford to travel, I have to do Grays, Stratford, and Becontree Heath, I think it's called, because those are the ones that I can get away with saying are on the way to work or on the way home. But either way, if you manage to hit that, then the next day you go in between noon and 6 and you pick up the stuff that went off the day before. And I say, it can be massive box, all sorts of fruit and veg, all sorts of baked goods and so on and so forth. How good they're being right now, I have no idea. I have never been able to actually hit one. I know they exist. I've seen people do them. But I've never been able to do it. I've tried multiple days, sitting there at 6 o'clock, refresh. Soon as you go to try and buy it, nope, it's sold out. There is no time to do it. However, there is another grocer's that is on there, which is much easier to get onto, and that is Nissa. Nissa, if you don't know, more like a corner shop type situation. They don't have any massive ones. They've only got local shops. Very much more a franchise type situation. And so yesterday, day before yesterday now, I'm in Canary Wharf, and I think, you know what? I'm not going to buy the pack of onions and the couple of peppers they've got here, or any of the mozzarella that maybe I could get. I'm instead going to get onto Nissa. Now, the way that it works with Nissa is it's basically a regular Too Good To Go. In the last hour they're open, they're going to have something available. So, Virginia Key, just up the road from Canary Wharf. So I did that. And that one, the window there was going to be 10 to 11. So I get myself around there. I actually get myself around there at about like 9:30 and sit in my car for half an hour, just listening to the radio, checking my Feedly, that kind of thing. And then I get there at 10 o'clock. It's closed. It's been closed since 9. Apparently somebody got a cough. Now, saying that, there's loads of people inside. They're milling around. They're picking up stuff themselves and that. So, knock on the door, knock on the door, knock on the door. Spend about 10 minutes there waiting for somebody to come out. Manager and somebody else come out and they're like, oh no, we haven't got any of whatever it is you want. And I'm like, oh, it's Too Good To Go. You've got a sign here on the door proclaiming how you totally do Too Good To Go. And they're like, oh, no, sorry, mate, you have to get a refund. And, Too Good To Go's credit, to Too Good To Go's credit, they have done that now. I don't know if it's come through yet, but either way, I've taken it off the spreadsheet. It's all good. But yeah, so I complained to Too Good To Go. I complained at everybody on Twitter. That's fine. But you know what? I've had this happen before. One of my favourite places, Benugo. First time I tried Benugo, terrible situation. Got there, they'd closed like half an hour earlier. Hadn't heard of it. Manager had gone home. Just no good. Second time I went there, they're like, oh yeah, mate, have this entire shelf. So, always willing to give people a second chance. So, today, I had that day. I happened to be in West End. So, I did the Caledonia Road, Nissa, because that was, their window was from 9 till midnight. So I got there at about 11:30, something like that. And let's do an unbagging video and see what's in it. Now, when I got in there, the guy said, oh, no, we're not doing that today. Now, obviously, I've already reserved it. They're an hour and a half into their window. It's still available on there. So, they've had all the opportunity. And at no point are they saying that they've had somebody get a cough. So, they're not blaming on coronavirus. They're just saying, oh, no, it's not there. And I'm like, and then the guy's like, and then he walks off and he grabs a bag and he just starts going around the shop and putting stuff in it. And then, yeah, actually, no. I think he said to me, it's like, oh, have you already paid for this? And I said, well, I can get a refund. I don't know if I've technically already paid, but at the very least, there's a hold on my card, And he's like, oh, it's fine. So he goes and does it. So, yeah, let's see what he put in that bag. Ooh. So, welcome to my bed. And welcome to this bag of Nissa quality. As you can see, not a great bag. But there we go, the kind of thing that definitely should have cost me 5p. So, free bag, that's the one thing. Right, first thing first, we'll have a baguette. Still soft, definitely broken at one end. Okay, what else we got? That is a cheddar cheese sandwich, which is kind of crap. Now, hang on a second. No, I'm not. What even is the date? The only thing that tells me the date is on there. Hang on a second, I'm going to whip my computer out. There's got to be a better way to do this. Wait, why don't you show me the date? 22nd. Okay, so this is the other thing that we need to check out for is, are they doing this right? Because all of this should have been, stuff that would have gone in the bin. So that's 21st of March. That was going off that day. That's allowed. This one is cheese and red onion. Also 21st of March. We're doing well. Right, what we got here? Carrot and hummus dip. Also 21st of March. eggs and mustard mayo. Oh, 21st of March. All the things that I would definitely have bought before. We have chicken goujons. And the use-by date has been ripped off. So there are two options here. Co-op chicken goujons at that, mate. Oh, actually, these are all co-op. Isn't this a secretly a co-op? Is that a thing? Anyway. Okay, so that use-by date being ripped off means one of two things. Either they know that it's only meant to be stuff that's about to go off, and so they've removed it so that I don't realise that they hadn't prepared, or that had already gone off. But anyway, and actually, are these ready to eat? Oh no, cook before eating. Okay, so I'm going to have to actually cook those. Probably put them in the freezer. What else we got in here? We have ourselves a selection of pastries and croissants. Got a lattice. We've got a Danish pastry and a croissant. Okay. Oop. Hello. There we go. Good old GoPro doing its job brilliantly. In fairness, I mean, it's on a bed. It's not what it's built for. But then again, it should be built for anything. Okay, how are we doing here? There we go. And then one easy peeler, which, oh mate, he did not find the best looking one, did he? But there we go, you know, it's still good, it's still good. One banana, which I saw him take off the bunch. And mate, that's still pretty green. You know, I feel like you could have probably sold that tomorrow. And one apple, which is fine. It's a pink lady. Okay, and there we go. Right. So let's do my basic supermarket. It's in theory, I paid £4 for this. It's supposedly £12 worth. Now, my normal calculus is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 items. Yeah. We've got to believe that's £12 worth. So, there we go. So, what we're learning here. This is not great at this. But equally, I'd say these things potentially were all going to go to waste that night. So we'll give them the benefit of doubt. Now, the real question here is, calorie-wise, how much can I get out of this? So we've got 167 calories in the eggs, 85 calories in the carrot and hummus. So that puts us so far, if we say that's 170, and we say that's 90, then that's quick maths. 260. Okay, what's this got? Per pack is 390, so 260, 560, 670. Oh, we've not even got a day's worth out of this yet. 411, so yeah, we've just topped 1,000. And then our goujons, got 230 grams in there per half pack. Okay, so we've got 1,600 that we're going for so far. Then obviously a whole baguette, load of pastries. How much can we stretch this out? Yeah, we'll find out. I mean, at the end of the day, I've at least got I've got some actual fruit and veg, kind of. So yeah. So yeah, I'm still holding out for Morrison's, because I feel like that's going to be a much better haul. It's going to be much more interesting. Nissa wasn't great.